A Moveable Feast by Ernest Hemingway, 1962. Hunger was good discipline. You got very hungry when you did not eat in Paris, because all the bakery shops had such good things in the windows, and people ate outside at tables on the sidewalk, so that you saw and smelled the food. When you'd given up journalism and were writing nothing that anyone in America would buy, explaining at home that you were lunching out with someone, the best place to go was the Luxembourg Gardens, where you saw and smelled nothing to eat all the way, from the Place de l'Observatoire to the Rue de Vaugirard. There you could always go into the Luxembourg Museum, and all the paintings were sharpened and clearer and more beautiful if you were belly empty, hollow hungry. I learned to understand Cézanne much better and to see truly how he made landscapes when I was hungry. I used to wonder if he were hungry too when he painted, but I thought possibly it was only that he'd forgotten to eat. It was one of those unsound but illuminating thoughts you have when you have been sleepless or hungry. Later I thought Cézanne was probably hungry in a different way. After you come out of the Luxembourg, you could walk down the narrow Rue Ferrou to the Place Saint-Sulpice, and there were no restaurants still, only the quiet square with its benches and trees. There was a fountain with lions, and pigeons walked on the pavement and perched on the statues of the bishops. There was the church, and there were shops selling religious objects and vestments on the north side of the square. From this square you could not go further toward the river without passing shops selling fruits, vegetables, wines, or bakery and pastry shops. But by choosing your way carefully, you could work to your right around the gray and white stone church and reach the Rue de l'Odéon, and turn up to your right towards Sylvia Beach's bookshop. And on your way you did not pass too many places where things to eat were sold. The Rue de l'Odéon was bare of eating places until you reached the square, where there were 3 restaurants. By the time you reached 12 Rue de l'Odéon, your hunger was contained, but all of your perceptions were heightened again. The photographs looked different, and you saw books that you'd never seen before. "You're too thin, Hemingway," Sylvia would say. "Are you eating enough?" "Sure." "What did you eat for lunch?" My stomach would turn over, and I'd say, "I'm going home for lunch now." "At 3 o'clock? I didn't know it was that late. Adrian said the other night she wanted to have you and Hadley for dinner. We'd asked Farg. You like Farg, don't you? Or Larbeau. You like him. I know you like him, or anyone you really like. Will you speak to Hadley? I know she'd love to come. I'll send her a pneu. Don't you work so hard now that you don't eat properly. I won't. Get home now before it's too late for lunch. They'll save it. Don't eat cold food either. Eat a good hot lunch. Did I have any mail? I don't think so, but let me look." She looked and found a note and looked up happily, and then opened a closed door in her desk. "This came while I was out," she said. "It was a letter, and it felt as though it had money in it." "Wettercup," Sylvia said. "It must be from Der Querschnitt. Did you see Wettercup?" "No, but he was here with George. He'll see you. Don't worry. Perhaps he wanted to pay you first. It's 600 francs. He says there'll be more. I'm always glad you reminded me to look, dear Mr. Awfully Nice. It's damn funny that Germany is the only place I can sell anything to him and the Frankfurter Zeitung. Isn't it? But don't you worry ever. You can sell stories to Ford," she teased me. 30 francs a page. Say one story every 3 months in the transatlantic. Story 5 pages long, make 150 francs a quarter, 600 francs a year. But Hemingway, don't worry about what they bring now. The point is you can write them. I know, I can write them, but nobody will buy them. There's no money coming in since I quit journalism. They'll sell. Look, you have the money for one right there.